Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today I'm going to show you how to make 6 cards out of one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. This was my swap for Onstage. I had showed you this earlier and said I'd make a tutorial showing you how to cut the paper so you can get 6 cards and decorate the inside. I don't have any more of this paper left, so I'm using this paper instead. Basically, it's the same layout, just I accidentally used a different sentiment, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the second attempt that I have done at this video because I accidentally got the video done and hit the delete button instead of the save button. So, you're going to take your 12 by 12 piece of paper and you're going to put it in your, I'm not going to actually cut this because I don't want 6 more of the same card, but what you would do is you'd put this in your trimmer at 4 and you would cut it off. You'd bring that down to 4 and you'd cut it off. Okay, so that will give you 3 strips, just like this. The strips are going to be just like this. I'm going to be missing one. Oh, I'm missing one because it's on my card. Okay, so this is your 12 by 12 piece of paper. The other one would be right here. And then you would have a 1.5 inch strip down here. And this is going to make 12 by 12. So you're going to cut at 4. You're going to cut at 4. Then you're going to cut at 5 1/4 and 5 1/4. You're going to have this piece that is 1.5 inches long. You're going to have this all the way across. You're going to cut these in half at 3/4 of an inch. That's going to give you your inside. I'm going to cut one for you just to give you an example. I'll just make a couple more cards. Okay, so you're going to cut that at 4. You're going to cut this at 4. I'm going to cut this at 4. You're going to bring it over and you're going to cut this at 4 again. So then you have 3 strips. You're going to bring one of the strips back into your trimmer. You're going to put it at 5 1/4. And again at 5 1/4. So you're going to get 6 pieces of DSP that is 5 1/4 by 4. You're going to have this piece left. You're going to take these pieces and I'm going to bring this down here. There we go. I like to cut it. I can see it better down here. You're going to put this at 3 1/4. I don't even put it at the bottom of the trimmer here. I just put it right here at this line. And put this on here. Close it. Hold it so that it doesn't move. And then just slice it down the middle. And then these are your pieces for your insides. Okay? Alright. You're going to take a piece of Emerald Envy. That is 5 1/2 by, this should be 8 1/2. Why is it 5 1/4? Okay, we'll use, oh, here it is, right here. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. There it is. So this is a half a piece of DSP, or I'm sorry, cardstock, Emerald Envy. I'm going to bring my Simply Scored in here. I'm going to take a little tip I shared with my class last night. I have a piece of waxed paper here that I'm just running over the cardstock. And now I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. It just glides so much easier using a piece of wax paper. I guess it must transfer some of the wax onto the paper. So we're going to cut that in half, or score that and fold it in half. Get our bone folder out here. Give it a good crease. We're going to take one of our pieces of DSP, a piece of ribbon that is stitch edge ribbon, and that's going to go right across the front here. This ribbon is real red. The little berries in here are cherry cobbler, but I don't have any, there isn't any ribbon that is cherry cobbler that I liked, as well as that I thought was pretty, you know, with the stitching and whatnot. So if, but it's so little that you can't really tell. So we're going to fold that over, get a piece of tape, and we're going to tape that on the back and get that straight. And then another piece of tape and tape that on the back. All right. All right, good. All right. Now, I'm going to get the correct sentiment this time. Let's see, which is right here. I think, yes. So this says, "May your Christmas sparkle with joy and happiness." All right. And I'm going to get a piece of the shimmery white cardstock. Is this shimmery? No, I don't think this is. Okay. I believe this is, like, it's hard to tell. My light is not the greatest in here today. So what I did, I'm going to emboss this with our new shimmery red embossing powder, glittery, but I'm going to use my red ink instead of my Versamark. And you can do this as long as you do it fast enough. So you want to have everything ready to go. Take this out. Have it all ready. I'm going to ink this up in the red. Okay. And we're just going to hold that down. It doesn't matter that it's upside down because we're going to be cutting it out with a framelit. All right. Perfect. And then we'll take our beautiful red. Oh, I forgot to use my embossing buddy. Didn't do too bad though. Just got a couple of spots. And all you need to do is, if you get a couple of spots, is take a paintbrush and wipe it away. Alrighty. I had a better paintbrush than that. Oh, but I have no idea what I did with it, as usual. Alright, so I'm going to take this to my Big Shot, and I'm going to cut out an oval around that. And then I'm also going to cut out, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the stitched oval. These are fabulous. I didn't have them at the time that I made my swaps, but if you can tell that there's a stitched border right along the edge of this. Oh, but first of all, before I do that, you can tell this is the second time, and I'm got frustrated because I already got it done. We need to heat set this. So I'm going to take my heat gun, because this is just like embossing powder. It's just got lots of shimmer in it. Make sure that this is nice and hot. And this one, it's a little harder to tell when it's done, but you can tell. But with the red ink underneath of it, I think it just really makes it pop. Okay. So I'm going to take this over to the Big Shot. I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm going to cut a scalloped circle, scalloped oval out, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back with my shapes here. So I'm going to take this one and let's see, where did my, here it is. There's some fast fuse on the back of that. And that's just gonna go on here. Isn't that just so pretty with the stitched edge around there? I love it. Then I'm going to take a dimensional. I'm going to take the edges, actually. I'm going to take two. And I'm going to put it right at the edge so that it straddles the ribbon, because I want the dimensionals to adhere to the paper and not to the ribbon. But before I do that, I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm just going to secure this ribbon down underneath. And then we will take our sentiment, and that goes right there. I'm going to get a piece of, well, now we can adhere it to our card front. I'm just going to take two glue dots though and put the glue dots on right here where I'm not going to be able to get adhesive. Okay, and then that's going to go on here, trying to get an even border on all four sides. Hopefully you can't hear my son, because I can hear him perfectly. He is in with his therapist having therapy today, but I thought it'd be a good time to get this done while he's occupied. So I'm going to take our holly and bow punch and make the holly leaves and the little berries. Let's see. If you don't have the holly punch, there are holly leaves and berries in the Christmas stocking framelits, in case you don't have the punch. So I am going to punch out, let's see, I'm going to punch out there are large leaves and small leaves. I'm going to punch out 2 smalls and 1 large. So here they are. Get those out of the way. And then with a piece of red, which let's see. I just need a scrap of red here, and I will punch out these 3 little berries here. Oops. Just going to punch out these 3. All right. Right there. powder put away yet. I'm going to put that away before I spill it and get it all over, because it is very sparkly. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to take a sponge dauber and my Emerald Envy ink, and I'm going to take my holly leaves, and I am just going to give them a little sponging, just to give them a little dimension. And I'm going to do that on all three. Maybe this side needs just a little bit more. There we go. All right. All right, let's get this put together. To put this together, I'm going to use a little bit of the Tombow and a toothpick. And this toothpick is sticky on the end. And how I did that is I have a flat-ended toothpick. If you don't have a flat-ended one, just take some scissors and chop it off. And then I put a little bit of Tombow on the end and I let it dry, and now it's tacky. So it's easier to pick up these little pieces. And I saw that somewhere and I don't remember where. I do have one of those quick stick tools, but I lose it all the time. Or at least when I'm shooting a video, I always lose it. So this has been working out real well. Then I'm going to take my holly berries, put those right at the end. It's probably a little more glue than I need, but it's all right. And let those sit there for a second. And then I'm going to take a half of a dimensional and I'm going to put it on my holly berries here. Let's see where I need it. I'm going to put this right here, so I think I'm going to put my dimensional right here because I want my dimensional again on the paper and not on the leaves. So I'm going to put my dimensional right there, but I'm also going to take a little bit of glue and put that right here. And that's going to go right on there, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to brush some Wink of Stella right on the berry leaves there. All right, and then for the inside of the card, we're going to take a piece of Whisper White. That is 4 by 5 1/4. You're going to take one of your little strips. We're going to put some glue on the back of that. We are going to put that right on the side here. And wiggle that right into place so it's right up to the edges. And let it dry there. Okay, then I'm going to take my Fast Fuse, and that is going to go on the inside. And that will be it for our card. So you will get 6 cards, and you get to decorate the inside with one 12 by 12 sheet of Designer Series paper. And then this is the one that I had for my swap. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a message and I will be happy to answer them. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.